What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is the Humble Lector, and today we got another 3-pack here from the X-Men 60th Anniversary series, and I'm just super excited to check out this one because I think this one here is, they gave us 3 good characters compared to the previous 3-pack that we have had so far. And this one I managed to get the full pack, whereas this one I kind of got it a la carte. I got the Forge and Jubilee by itself, and I just got the box with it together as well. So in today's video, what I'm going to do, of course, is to check out all 3 of these figures, go through the accessories and articulation, and of course do some comparisons, and of course have a look at them as a whole team. So yes, without further ado, let's just get right into it. Okay, so we're going to start off here with the packaging, and we all know, if you follow the channel, I don't really like all this kind of a windowless packaging, but I think this one here does all right in a sense because it is a 3-pack. I do like the product image you have on front and on the back. You have all the accessories here as well. If we switch it on to the sides, we have the nice of them, all 3 of them all lined up together, and we have the comic image. This is where it was based on and how Hasbro got the idea to sell us a 3-pack by doing this, and finally we have it here. So right now, let's just unbox this bad boy up and see what we have inside. Okay, so just want to show you something interesting about this packaging because normally they don't do this, all this coverage there. It is a nice touch to it compared to if you just give it to us by itself. It is what it is, but I think they did this as well with the Rogue figure as well, the Forge and Jubilee, and we're going to just separate it here one by one. Okay, so finally we got them all side by side with each other, but we're going to check out these figures one by one because I think they do deserve their own time, and I just want to tell you my story with each of them as well. So here is the Gambit figure, and I gotta say, I really like this. This is of course on the newer Vulcan body mold, which I absolutely love. It looks much nicer. It does have all the pinless joints as well, so it definitely looks like a very premium figure. And just to let you guys know, Gambit has always been my guy back in the day, back in the early 2000s. Back in the early 90s growing up there, you've seen this character, you've seen this guy in the comics, in the movies, in the series as well. Very cool character. The funny accent, throws his cards, he can charges up anything, and he was just a really cool, with the trench coat and all. Really awesome character to have, and he was one of the reasons why I got into Marvel. I collected all the cards back then, the Marvel Fleer, Ultras, and all that, the masterpieces, and he was the reason why I got into comic book reading as well. I find it really cool. And here we have the figure. It looks really nice. Of course, it's again using the same Team X-Men suit, which we have seen before as well, especially with the Forge figure. So I'm just going to put the rotating base to one side so we can have a closer look at him. And if you want to talk about accessories, we have 2 pairs of hands here. We have the other throwing card hands. So I'm going to show you with the older Gambit figure. This is basically how he looks. Really, really awesome. And from the cards here, you can see there's a huge upgrade. This was back in the Caliban Bath wave. So you can see that we have all the ace of cards here. We have the ace of spades, we have the ace of diamond, ace of clubs, and of course on him we do have the ace of hearts. You can see that the details on this is really, really nice. I do like the power effect, very similar to the retro card which we have gotten so far. And if we look at the face on him, and I just want to show you guys, I have done my own X-Men team suit here using the Deadpool, which I think really looks fine because I think this one gives him a lot more articulation with him, and it does give him a nicer body mold, and I think it suits him, the head as well. It is maybe a little bit bigger, but it looks really, really cool. I think this is another one which you guys can do. And if we look at both of these head sculpts here, you can see that one is digitally printed, one is the older one. Looks really nicer with the new one. You can see on his eyes there as well. He does have the black eyes also with the red dots. Very Gambit-like. The hair as well looks really, really nice. Push to the side here. And if you look at the sides, the earlobes as well, nice amount of details. I just like the newer face. It does come with a digitally printed, so it's definitely more accurate, and it looks very, very premium indeed. And if you just want to stand this up, put it here side by side, so it looks like that. I think it looks a bit slimmer on the older body mold, so you can see that there's a bit of a difference. And if we put the older Gambit, so we put them side by side, you can see that the height difference is a little bit there. This one is definitely bigger and taller, which I really do like. But some of you guys, I know, seen some crazy customizations. So like I mentioned, accessories, we have this, we have the other throwing card as well. We have the newer stuff on him, which is very similar to the older stuff. But I do find that the hand gripping this is definitely tighter compared to the older one, because the old one was like very, very loose in his hand. You can see it's like just yanking in and out, you know what I mean. And we have another pair of hands here to, if you guys want to just switch it up a little bit, so you can use this hand as well. And it does have a different kind of hinge mechanism on him. And I do like this as well, because this one you can actually rotate up and down, which we're going to check out the articulation in just a little bit. So yeah, not to mention, we have the satchel as well. You have a nice silver buckle on him. And I think it's pretty similar to the long shot one, which we've gotten as well. So going to articulation, like over on here, we can go all the way up this much, which is amazing. Let's put this to the side. And you can tilt all the way down here as well. And you can kind of swivel a little bit on the sides, and you can rotate it as much as you want. You have the collar here, which does get a little bit loose. And if we just want to take this out a little bit, a bit distracting here. So in terms of the hand movement, it can go up all the way this much. And also you do have your butterfly joints as well to push it all the way back, which isn't too bad, I would say. Okay, you can tilt all the way back this much, and you can move forward this much here. And going on to the bicep, you have a bicep swivel. You do have your pinless, double jointed elbows. Mine's a little bit stiff right off the box. That's what she said. And going on to the wrist here, you have some nice rotation. You have some nice hinge as well on all four of them. And except for this one doesn't have any hinge. Very similar again to the older ones we've gotten so far. And going on to the torso, you can hunch forward this much, hunch forward backwards this much. And of course, you have waist rotation. The belt doesn't really interfere with that. Going on to the legs, can spread out this much. Amazing. And you can kick forward here. So really good as well. Pinless knees, which can go all the way here. You can't really kick the butt, but you can go up on the way back that much. You do have nice calf rotations, and also you have excellent ankle pivot up and down. And I mean, yeah, we've seen this again. So yes, moving forward, let's check out other parts of this figure. Okay, and measuring out all these figures here, they do stand in at about the 6.5 inch mark. For Psylocke here, she does stand in at about the 6-inch mark, so pretty decent figures. And boom, here are all the figures except for Storm from this X-Men team suit here. And just to let you guys know, we're going to do a bit of some head sculpt. And oh my goodness, this is kind of reminiscent, because I think Wolverine was just so annoying to make it stand. So I'm going to do some head swaps here with this body, because this is the most plain one, which does help, because with Forge you have the cybernetic leg, which is a bit annoying, especially if you want to kit bash and do all of that. So with this head, you can actually put on Cyclops here. And this is how he looks. So pretty decent, I would say. I mean, you can see that the back here is black, his suit is blue, but it is the same blue. And I'm going to do another head swap. So here he is with the normal Banshee, and he looks really awesome as well. No surprises there. And I'm going to do another one. And this is with the 3-pack Cyclops, and we have seen this before. I think the body mold doesn't really suit this kind of head, because it looks really long in terms of the neck, and the body mold is a little bit too big, but you can kind of do that. And just for another comparison, this is with the older body mold with the newer head, and vice versa. So you can see here that again the body is just too big for the head. This one as well, it doesn't look very appropriate, but I mean with the coat, I mean it doesn't look that bad, but I wouldn't put him on here. Okay, so that is it with this whole 3-pack here, the double 3-pack, and I gotta say, I mean, it is a slow burn. Like, we started off with the retro Wolverine, We slowly climb up to these two here, and then we finally have 3. And I'm just gonna put the Cyclops here because I think his color and his body mold exactly suits this whole team. Although he wasn't on the cover, but I mean, look at it, he just camouflages so nicely on him. So overall, I think I gotta give this whole 3-pack a nice maybe 8 out of 10. And for each of this figure, I think Gambit, I'll give him a nice, I mean, like, they're all using new body molds, so this one here is an 8 out of 10 for me. This one here is about 7 out of 10. Psylocke as well, maybe 7.5. But overall, as a whole set, I think this was a really solid set. 8 out of 10, I mean, finally, we got it done in what, 6 months, I think? 3-4 months, which is really, really fast. Managed to complete the whole set. Don't have to wait until end of the year. So yeah, I think a pretty good and decent plan by Hasbro itself. So if you guys enjoyed this video, do click the like and subscribe button down below. Let me know which of these figures did you like the most from this whole wave, and yeah, just let me know in the comments down below. So I'll see you guys in the next one.